everyone, it's Destiny, and today I'm going to be showcasing Cyrene alongside Phainon. And before we get into today's video, I'd love to know which of the Chrysos Heirs is your favorite, and lastly, if you do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's showcase, we're going to be using Cyrene, Cyrene, Remembrance Trailblazer, and lastly, Phainon. With the Remembrance Trailblazer, what we're going to do is use our skill, and now Cyrene will use her skill, and with Cyrene, we'll also use her skill as well. With the Remembrance Trailblazer, we are just going to use our ultimate here because we want to advance forward Cyrene like so. Now we can use our skill, and with Phainon, we are going to use his skill as well. With the Remembrance Trailblazer, we'll just use our basic attack, and now we are going to get hit a couple of times, but this should be a-okay. And with Cyrene, I'll also use her ultimate. We wanted to advance forward Cyrene when we did with the Remembrance Trailblazer, as we wanted her to be in front of Cyrene when we just took action there. So now with Cyrene, we'll use her ultimate, and of course we'll give the buff here to Phainon, and then give the buff to Cyrene as well. So there we go. Now, Cyrene will attack all these enemies, boom, and with Cyrene, we'll also use her ultimate, bam, and with Remembrance Trailblazer, we will use their ultimate as well and advance forward Phainon. We want to try to save as much action value as possible here. With Phainon, we will use our skill, and then we will use his ultimate right after. The reason I'm doing this is because we should be able to knock out both of these enemies within the 0 cycle, and then I want to take advantage of the duplicate skill with Cyrene on Flame Reaver. We have enough stacks in order to do this, and what we're going to do is first advance forward Flame Reaver so that Flame Reaver can summon its clones. Now Phainon will come in with the counter attack, and now we will use Phainon's enhanced skill. Alright, another enhanced skill, and boom, there we go. Now with Phainon, what we can do is use his counter attack once again. Here it comes in the counter, bam, and now we can use the enhanced skill once again. And instead of exiting our ultimate fully here, we actually will retain the ultimate, and this is the special buff that Cyrene grants to Phainon. With Phainon here, we'll basic attack, and now we can use the enhanced skill once again. Boom. And bam, already 38%, and now with Phainon, what we could do is use the counter attack. We'll have more of Flame Reaver's clones here. There goes the counter attack, boom, and now with Phainon, basic attack. And we will also use Phainon's meteor attack here. Alrighty. We can use the counter attack. And we are going to get hit here, but this is perfectly fine. There goes the counter. And lastly, we could just use this meteor attack right here, and there we go. We're able to clear in a 1 cycle. And now let's take a look at the builds for today's video. So here we have Phainon. He is running attack boots. Nice amount of crit rate, nice amount of crit damage. We do have a signature light cone. As for his traces, they're maxed out. As for his relics, we're using Woven Dreams and Wave Strider Captain. As for his Eidolons, he's completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. Now, if we take a look at Remembrance Trailblazer, here they are. They're using the Shadow Burn Light Cone, as this will allow us to regain a skill point when summoning our Memo Sprite for the first time and also regenerate 20 energy. But of course, you can use alternative light cones on Remembrance Trailblazer. Trace is maxed out, and when it comes to our relics, we are using Sprightly Vonwag and World Remaking Deliverer. As for our Eidolons, Remembrance Trailblazer is E6, and now we have Cyrene here. We do have her signature light cone equipped. For her traces, they are maxed out. For her relics, we're using Lushaka and then Ordeal. And lastly, for her Eidolons, she's completely E0. As you all can see, I've not activated any of her Eidolons. Now we have Cyrene here. We are using her signature light cone, but you can consider a light cone like Memory Curtain Never Falls. Her traces are maxed out. For her relics, we are using Amphorius the Eternal Land and World Remaking Deliverer. Amphorius the Eternal Land will be a new planar set in version 3.7. And lastly, Cyrene is completely zero. I've not activated any of her Eidolons, as you all can see. So here is the buff that Cyrene provides for Phainon, which it'll be effective for the entire battle, and after it is used on Phainon, Phainon will gain 6 Core Flame, as well as Eternal Ignition when transforming. And when transforming, if Core Flame exceeds 12, for each point in excess, Phainon's crit damage will increase by 12% up to 72%. And while Eternal Ignition persists, Phainon's crit rate will also increase by 16%, which will also be getting 10% from Remembrance Trailblazer as well, resulting in 26% crit rate. After the extra turns are depleted, the transformation will not end though, which you all saw when Phainon's ultimate was about to end. It actually did not end, and instead what will happen is that all of Phainon's extra turns will be refreshed, and he'll gain 4 points of Scourge. Then at the start of Phainon's extra turns, he'll consume an amount of HP equal to 15% of his current HP, and after using an attack, he'll also deal 5 instances of additional damage, with each additional instance dealing fire damage equal to 10% of his attack to a random enemy. As for what Cyrene provides for Cyrene, this buff will also be active for the entire battle, and after using on Cyrene, you will increase the crit damage of the character with military merit by 30%, in this case being Phainon. And then after Coup de Main ends, Cyrene immediately gains 1 point of charge. This is a nice buff to have for the entirety of the battle on a Phainon team, and then of course Phainon's buff is also pretty nice as well. But yeah, these are the 2 buffs that will be granted to Phainon and Cyrene here. And when it comes to using Cyrene on a Phainon team, the main thing to keep in mind of is just how quickly you are going to be able to charge her ultimate so that you can then use the buff on Phainon and then enter Phainon's ultimate. Which something I did in this showcase that I would say helped quite a lot is using Remembrance Trailblazer's advance forward with mem support on Cyrene early on in the fight, as this allowed Cyrene to immediately get even more points of recollection, which assisted with being able to get Cyrene's ultimate within the 0 cycle, as you all saw. Now, if you were to go with a sustained option, you can consider Dan Heng, for example, but I would say from my personal testing, I really like using Remembrance Trailblazer, Cyrene, and then Cyrene, and then of course Phainon himself. But yeah, that'll be it for today. I hope you all did enjoy today's video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and lastly, do stay tuned for more showcases. I should have a couple of other showcases on the channel as well, so do feel free to check those out featuring other Chrysos Heirs. And lastly, I hope all of you have a great one. Bye bye!